Bring it down.
The beast of machine, gaining on your esteem, running gasoline lean, give me all what I need indeed. Pedal to the metal, the life that I dream. Can't settle for tea kettle when I can roast them like coffee beans. My daddy's waiting the scene, trumpet supreme, a rough race with enough grace, less broken with beans. Spinning wheels as he hits the deals with high velocity. Break the rules of physics to win, become a race odyssey. Might be second place, but I'm riding behind, set the draft. Fly by the G-force, adjust, get the better laugh. My tires may be bold, riding a weather track, but I've left my checkered past so I can reach the checkered flag.
All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Checkered Flag. Don't adjust your screens. Don't change your local TV channel. You really do see me on the TV right now. Ace Naylor along with you. I got Buster Christensen. You guys probably recognize Buster. He was one of our first guests that we had on the show, and we'll talk about that later. It's very appropriate because we're going to have our reunion show coming up on the 19th, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, I want to thank everybody for all the wishes and, of course, all the birthday wishes. Big thanks for that. Quick reminder about Monday the 19th marks our 5-year on-air anniversary on the internet radio. We started on the internet radio back in 2009, and we used to actually show it on Friday nights when we were on Blog Talk Radio. May 18th, Sunday, is the actual taping, a 2-hour special. Come watch live in the studio with us right here, located at 171 Brush Street, Suite E, Ukiah, California, 95482. I give the whole address because I know most of you guys have GPS out there. So, well, I have a very special guest that's going to hang out with us tonight. Again, I say the number 47, Buster Christensen, in the studio right now. Was on our show back in 2011, and again, how appropriate, because that was, a couple of years ago. So, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll be right back. Actually, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. The guys that pay our bills here, and we'll be right back. Those are out, Joe? I can add those in later, too, if we need to. It's just as easy as that. Yeah, we'll add them in later. Okay, let's scroll and get to Gwen. Yeah. Right. All right, our first guest, Gwen Garwood, on the line with us right now. Now races at 250. Hey, what's going on, Gwen? Let's turn you up here. How you doing? So let's get right into the interview. I want to ask you the age-old question of how you got started in racing, and with all the types of racing out there, what appealed the most? Why outlaw karts? Hello, Gwen. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Maybe you can't hear me. We're maybe having some technical problems. I said, tell us about how you got started in racing.
My dad got me a Barbie Jeep, and I went, on the sidewalk. I went around in circles, and then he made it really, really fast, and then he got me an asphalt cart, and we went up to the school by our house, and I did laps in them, and then he got me a dirt cart, and we went to Perry City, and we did laps there, and then that's it.
Right on. It sounds like you started waving, so you were ready to race from the time you were really young. That's pretty cool. So you were at the age of 5, you took part in a race team with Torchmate. Can you tell us about that? Do you remember about? Huh?
I'm there.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the Torchmate thing?
Yeah. They don't sponsor us anymore.
Oh, okay. But you used to. You used to work with them.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand you also were talking about you also raced an asphalt road kart. Can you tell us what that is? Maybe the listeners don't know. I mean, we know.
It's different than dirt because it's not an oval or an egg.
Mm-hmm.
That it could be could be like, it can be up a hill. It can,
Oh, okay. And like kind of like a road course. You're talking about a road course then.
yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, because you sometimes they go uphill, with the road course. That's pretty cool. So let's talk about you also raced Cycleland.
I have raced here, and in my beginner box.
Okay.
And,
What was that experience like for you?
what?
What was that? I'll speak up. Sorry. What was that experience like for you at Cycleland?
I loved it. It was super cool.
You got something you want to ask him, buddy?
Yeah, I heard you had a Cycle Land win streak. What was that?
I won once at Cycleland in my beginner.
Oh, yes, you had the winning. So you had the winning streak in your beginner box.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you were only 6 with that winning experience, right?
Yes.
So then you went on. To Dixon. That's where I met you. It was over at Dixon, and you quickly found yourself in the winner's circle there. You're actually racing You moved up, and you're racing into 250 now, and I'm actually proud of you because you raced that car pretty hard. I've seen. Yeah, you do pretty good in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the Dixon experience for you? Are you liking it over there?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Is it a faster track than the other ones you've tried, or how do you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what is your we actually do have a fan question that was sent on our Facebook. They wanted to know what your favorite track was.
Dixon Speedway.
Oh, there you go. It could be any, but right on. So let's talk about how you did this past weekend. Just kind of want to give a recap. Yeah. All right. I want to we're going to do a little bit of a recap. How did you do this past Saturday night?
It was kind of bad because turn 1 and 2, my car was going up into in the loose stuff, and
Yeah.
and my dad told me that to go up to the wall, and then if it goes up still, my dad told me to go up to the wall, and then a little down to the wall where the bumps were in 1 and 2, and not hit the bumps, but go around the bumps, not in the low stuff, but down above. And then it kept going like that, so he told me to hit the brake, or just let off the gas, and then let it back on, and then it kind of worked, and then, but in the main, I spinned out 2 times, and I couldn't finish.
Yeah.
And my pointer finger got stuck in the cage.
Yeah, it happens. But I'm real proud of you though, because you really did stick with it, and I did see you. You had some great recoveries when your car was spinning. I did see that, and you were working on staying high, and things like that sometimes just happen. So where are you headed off to next?
Cycleland.
Oh, so is that going to be next? That's next Saturday, Cycleland?
No, we're gonna run Dixon.
Oh, okay. You're going to run Dixon, all right. Because I know we're running a 600 micro sprint series in Dixon next weekend. So
Yeah.
right on. You ever thought? I think you're probably ready now. Have you ever thought about getting up to a 600 micro sprint?
Yeah. My dad, he's looking at some of them to maybe next year. My dad's gonna get one for me, and we might be practicing in those, and then a few years later we're gonna race it.
Yeah, sweet. Maybe see, that's what I think that's cool that they have the Tuesday night under the lights. You guys can take your cars out there and test them. That's pretty cool that they have that over there at Dixon. Well, before we let you go, any sponsors and thanks you'd like to put out?
Stone Motorsports, Roseville Honda Motorsports, my dad, my stepmom, and my whole family.
Right on, Gwen. Thank you so much for calling. I look forward to seeing you at the next race at Dixon. That's actually the one that we're doing in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for calling and talking to us. Thank you, Gwen.
Thank
All right.
you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, awesome, Gwen Garwood. And speaking of, she was talking about the warm-ups on Tuesday night. I want to give you a quick reminder, Tuesday night Under the Lights from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Only $20 for kart and racer, both combined. Spectators are free. So we'll be back in about T-minus 90 seconds, and up next we're going to have Sarah Ramick on the show. This portion of the Checkered Flag is brought to you by V&H Fresh, currently marketing their own brand of broccoli crowns, and at the start of this year importing their own label of strawberries and Roma tomatoes all the way from Mexico. V&H Fresh, just 8 months ago, decided to build and sponsor their own micro-sprint race team. They have a total of 4 cars and will be bringing a 5th in on April. Dedicated to helping with the race community and are blessed to be a part of it in a very small way. Trust V&H Fresh because there is no substitute for quality. Business is tough when your mornings are in a daze. Tired and broken down, Ace Naylor set out on a quest.
What's the matter, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking for that one good cup of coffee, you know?
Oh, really? I know the perfect place.
Where?
Just right over there. Yaya's Coffee House.
Okay. Yaya's Coffee House. With freshly brewed coffee. Convenient location. Comfortable seating. Bonus features, free Wi-Fi. Gee, kid, thanks. I feel so much better.
You're welcome, and thank you for this hot chocolate and this donut.
Hey, no problem. Oh, by the way, how much is the Wi-Fi here?
It's free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah. Yaya's Coffee House. Located at 14812 Olympic Drive in Clear Lake. Coming to a coffee cup near you. Okay, we're back with Sarah Ramick. Sarah, you're currently racing number 8, that's right? You're racing in number 8 right now? Sarah Ramick, how old are you, 11?
Yes.
11 years old. Well, let's get right into the interview. Let's talk about your first experience of how you began your racing career.
Well, my sister started out with the 8 Junior Outlaw, and she was ready to go up to a different class, and I was ready to start my career, and at all of her races every night, like she would, after her races every night, after the races, my dad would get me in her car and we'd go do practice laps.
Oh yeah, I used to watch you test after the races were over.
And we did that about 6 or 7 times, and then we moved up to my first race day, which was really fun. It was actually easier than I thought it would be.
Really? So how was that experience for you? It was a pretty easier experience than you thought it would be, you're saying?
It was still
Sweet.
hard, but it was easier than I thought it would
Yeah, yeah. So you raced did you go right into you went right into the box stock, right? You're racing the box stock, or?
We planned on beginner box, but with all the practices, I just got, I guess, too good.
No, that's okay. You can say that, yeah.
Yeah. So
And your age too, because you're a little older than you know. I think beginner box is what, from like 4 to 6 or 4 to 8. So yeah, you're past that. So you were already you were advanced. You were already ready to go. So yeah. So tell us a little bit about the box stock, if you can, for those may have viewers that don't know.
It's a small cart. It's
Is it a mini? It's a mini. They're kind of like they're mini versions of a sprint, right?
Yeah, they look just like it, but it's really small.
Yeah, smaller, and they have the wing. They have the wings on them.
Mhm.
Right on. So let's talk about your sister. You got your sister raced, and so that's kind of how you. So you talk about how that's how you got into the car.
So Mary, my sister, has been racing since she was really young. I don't know her exact age.
Yeah.
And she started out like me, like I am right now.
Yeah.
And she just got better and better until it was amazing. I mean, she did so well. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to race like her. One day. I am hoping I will. I think I will.
So you looked up to her then for that. That's who inspired you to race.
Yeah.
Right on. So you not only race, but your dad. Did your dad race also?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. What does he race, or does he still, or what did he race?
He raced a 600.
Oh, okay.
His car looked exactly like mine does now. We're big Dale Jr. fans, so that's why.
That's why you got the number 8. Yeah,
number 8.
I was going to ask you about that. Right on. And I understand that you not only race, but you do a lot, man. You're so amazing. You do a lot. What about your others? You do other sports too,
Yes.
right? And so one of them you do is the Fit City Challenge, which is the 5K run.
That all started out with my teacher.
Yeah.
My teacher, he's a big runner, and he one day said, if you guys run this, I'll give you a month off PE. I was like, I don't want a month off PE.
Yeah.
And so he was talking to the class, and he just was like, it's not that big of a deal, just go for it.
Yeah.
And I was pumped. I was like, I really want to do that. So I did it, and then I really enjoyed my first 5K, but of course I was like dying through it.
But 20, it's like what, 3 miles, right? Roughly 3 miles, the 5K.
1 mile.
Yeah, but you did that amazing. You did that in like 29 minutes, though. See, that was pretty. That's pretty cool.
I actually felt way longer.
Yeah, I bet it did. And you got a big family. There, a lot of them are athletic. Doesn't Annie cross country or?
He's in cross country
Yeah.
and track and field.
Yeah. So your family's very athletic. And before we were on air, you were telling me about something else you do too, another type of run, or we were talking about it earlier.
The turkey trot.
The turkey? Yes. Yeah.
And then I have one coming up on May 18th, the Sunrise Run.
Oh, okay. Right on. So let's talk about your get back into racing. Well, foot racing is the same. Let's get back into racing though. Do you have any plans to move up, like to a 600?
Last night I was with my dad, and he was like, well, why don't we just get you a 600? I was like, no, just no. I was not ready for one. I don't want to move up for a while, because I'm good with where I am right now.
Yeah, you want to get more confident in that and more experience. I think you're confident enough. The right word is more experience. Yeah, because I noticed that's a lot of the kids that race outlaw carts, especially at Dixon, they end up getting the 600 and the 5.8 and the 4 and the 3/4 and 5.8s are really good series because they have restrictor plates. Because the restrictor plates are make it safer for you guys to race. So let's talk about the different tracks you've raced. Have you raced any other tracks yet besides Dixon?
No.
So right now you're just working Dixon. Are you any dreams to go to Cycleland or anything else? Yeah, what's up, buddy? Okay. Yeah, no problem. I can edit this out. What's going on? I know that door, right? Her mic wasn't on?
No.
Okay, well that was all heard, right?
Yeah, I picked it up with the other mic.
Oh yeah, that's good. And I can adjust this. I could do sound adjust too.
I just didn't want to. I was trying to stop.
Got so much editing to do now.
Not into a question.
I'm gonna be here all day tomorrow. I might as well get a coffee pot and everything else.
Alright, I just didn't want to stop right in with her question.
No, that's cool. We can actually, that's cool. We can, and I appreciate that. That's good that you noticed that. So we'll get back into it. So we're asking about where were we? Dixon. So you've only raced Dixon right now. Do you have any dreams to race any other tracks like maybe Ukiah? Then Ukiah's they're kind of doing the point share thing right now.
Not really dreams. I mean, yeah, I have wanted to try out Ukiah and Cycleland, but like Dixon, I love Dixon so much that I don't really think about racing at other tracks.
Yeah, yeah. The Dixon is actually becoming quite the popular track. So how often do you race? I noticed this last weekend you took a little break.
I my last race, which was a few weeks ago, I blew my first motor.
Oh,
I
yeah.
blew it. We haven't started rebuilding it yet.
Right.
But I'm like forcing my dad. I'm like, come on, let's do this. I want to get back out there.
I know. I could see you. I could see you last Saturday. You were like you were just totally itching to get back out there. Yeah. Where are you at in points right now?
I'm in the hundreds or something.
No, way then. I thought you were like fourth or fifth. I'd have to look
Well,
at my thing, but
I was.
yeah. All right. So you already told us. Well, that was a question of your favorite driver. You already told us who your favorite driver was.
Dale Jr.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. So is that who you're inspired by and you look up to?
Well, yeah, but there's other people.
There's
that I
other
look
ones
up
too.
to.
Okay. Who's that?
My sister Mary. I look up to my dad because, you know, he teaches me where to go on the track and all that stuff.
Is there another driver you look up to? She runs the number 21. Give you a hint.
Chloe Graff.
Yeah. She
She is perfect.
A week ago, 2 weeks ago, the clean sweep, she did like won all the heat, the dash, and the main, and then this past Saturday, she went from all the way to the back of the pack because of having to pull into the hot pit, and then she ended up coming out third. Had there been a couple more laps, she would have gotten that one. That's my opinion. I'm gonna get my opinion.
Yeah, it was on white, and then they threw out checkered flag. And so I think if she would have gotten that one last lap, she would have made it. She would have definitely made it.
Yeah, things happen. The reason they did that flag was because of the way the night was and everything else. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Mary. We're gonna have another commercial break because we have to pay our bills. We have sponsors too. Oh, you got sponsors and thanks to give out, huh?
Yep.
We better let you do that now. Oops.
I like to thank my dad, especially because he works on everything and he builds it, and he has to put up with us begging him to go out to the track. And my whole entire family, the Grasties, the Floyds, the Garwoods, everyone,
Sweet.
even the haters. I mean,
there you go.
They keep me motivated.
Yeah, there you go. We have a young Danica Patrick in the making right here. All right, thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll be right back in about 90 seconds. All right. This portion of the Checkered Flag is brought to you by V&H Fresh, currently marketing their own brand of broccoli crowns, and at the start of this year importing their own label of strawberries and Roma tomatoes all the way from Mexico. V&H Fresh, just 8 months ago, decided to build and sponsor their own micro-sprint race team. They have a total of 4 cars and will be bringing a 5th in on April. Dedicated to helping with the race community and are blessed to be a part of it in a very small way. Trust V&H Fresh because there is no substitute for quality. Business is tough. When your mornings are in a daze. Tired and broken down, Ace Naylor set out on a quest.
What's the matter, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking for that one good cup of coffee, you know?
Oh, really? I know the perfect place.
Where?
Just right over there. Yaya's Coffee House.
Okay. Yaya's Coffee House. With freshly brewed coffee. Convenient location. Comfortable seating. Bonus features, free Wi-Fi. Gee, kid, thanks. I feel so much better.
You're welcome, and thank you for this hot chocolate and this donut.
Hey, no problem. Oh, by the way, how much is the Wi-Fi here?
It's free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah. Yaya's Coffee House. Located at 14812 Olympic Drive in Clear Lake. Coming to a coffee cup near you. Folks, we're back with a checkered flag. We have the number 77 box stock racer right now. The number 77R, excuse me, number 77R, Robert Floyd. Hey, what's going on, man?
It's been good so far.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show, and let's talk the age-old question. How did your racing career kick off?
It actually started by my father. He has been with racing for a really long time, and I really never thought of more of the go-karting. I've always thought of like getting always into the big stuff. And what started out as our remote control racing, and
Radio control? Sweet, yeah.
And I met my friend Tyler, which he did go-kart racing at the time, and we went to one of his races, and I wanted to get into that, and so they put me into his car one night.
Right.
And then, yeah, it pretty much just started from there.
Sweet. And did you start out with a beginner box like most, or did you go ahead and do
I started with the Junior Outlaw.
Oh, a Junior Outlaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
a box stock Junior
Yeah, a Junior Outlaw. Is a Junior Outlaw well, they run Junior Outlaws in box stock at Dixon. Is that are they two different? They ran at two different classes. Is there much difference in the engine and anything with those? Do you know?
Except for that the Junior Outlaw, you can run almost any motor, and
Okay.
the box stock class, you can only run a sealed Subaru.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I know most like the Junior, is that like a Briggs and Stratton mostly?
It's a Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah, seems to be the big one that they run with that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your number 77.
The 77, actually, it's my mom made me run that that number because it was the year that she was born.
Oh, okay.
And so she wanted me to run that number.
And you have the R. Is that for your name, Robert?
Yeah, it is the.
Yeah. So do you know why they sometimes put like letters next to the numbers? Is that kind of like because you have there's other numbers? Is that because they have another 77 and you have to put like a number next to it, or?
I really don't know why
That's always thing that's kind of made me wonder how come they have the numbers on there.
Yeah.
But 77R, she's born as in then 77, and then so I'm sure she appreciates that. People are able to do the math. It's not old G. I was just kidding. And you were telling me that your dad raced. Let's go back on that real quick. What did he race?
Let's see, I really kind of forgot it, but I think he raced a pro or a street stock.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. Yeah, your dad, Josh. Right on, man. So let's talk about the 7T. You have a teammate.
Yeah.
He races the 7T.
Yeah, that's the guy who started my racing career and all of this, and he's always been with me in the racing ability.
I see him at the track every now and then.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was there last Saturday, but I see him every now and then. I see him pop up, and I talk to him. Right on. So, has there been kind of a struggle in your new cart, or?
Mostly the motor. The motor has been really bad. We blew up didn't really blow it up, but we blew up the exhaust valve in our last motor, and we just had to kind of rebuild another motor, and we didn't realize how worn out it was, and so.
Yeah. But here's what I give big hats off to you kids, because I've seen kids like you, and then the 2G, and I really just the biggest thing that stands out for me is the persistence. You don't give up, and that's pretty awesome. You know, somehow you get back out there and you do it again the next weekend. And that's pretty cool. Is there a lot of preparation during the week to get your car ready? Do you do a lot of? Do you help your dad with any of the mechanics, or?
Yeah, I help my dad with most of the mechanics. Yeah. It's most of the preparation is washing the car and then taking the motor apart and refreshening the motor, and then mostly just putting it back on the.
Right. You want to ask him about number 7?
I heard that you got a new paint job. What's with that? Who did that?
Really, it was mostly me that actually.
I should just let him do the show. I mean, he knows how to ask it.
It was mostly me that came up with the pink and black, because I'm a big fan of pink, and I had a pink and black hat that I've always wore to the track.
I know.
That said "sexy" on it.
I was gonna say, should we see on there what it says on the hat? But
that ended up.
That's your favorite hat.
That ended up pink, and that hat was pink and black, and so I said, might as well just go pink and black.
Yeah, so you kind of went with it. We'll call you the pink and black attack. How's that? It's a good nickname for you. Do you do any other sports?
I play soccer and basketball. at school. I don't play on a team or anything. I just play.
Oh, just for fun.
Just
like
for
leisure
fun.
time. Sweet. But you actually the other sport you actually do compete in, or just?
I really just never. Well, I did basketball. Yeah, almost a couple years back.
Okay. So here, I ask a lot of this too, because a lot of kids, you guys just, I mean, you kids are just amaze me. I don't know how you do it every single weekend, week in and week out. Do you have time for time for a social life with your racing?
They're actually between races.
Yeah.
Between races, but mostly at the races. Yeah.
Sweet. So, what's your favorite track to race? You got a preference out of it? All
Dixon. It would have to be Dixon Speedway.
Yeah. Right on, man. Do you have any? Let's get some sponsors, shout outs, and thanks before we get to our recap.
I'd like to thank my father and my grandfather and Floyd Family Racing. I'd like to thank the Ramics.
Sweet. Do you got sponsors right now, or is you looking for those?
Just mostly Floyd Family Racing.
Oh, sweet. Right on, man. Yeah. Well, I want to think what are some of the things you can offer to sponsors? This is the time for you to shine. You can if there's businesses out there watching, what do you have to offer them?
Don't really know.
How about the name on the car?
Floyd and
you being on TV, so
Yeah.
they're get their name out in the public. So their name's on TV. So we'll definitely have to have you back. Thank you so much for being on the show, man.
You're welcome.
All right, I appreciate it. We'll be back after this. All right. This portion of the Checkered Flag is brought to you by V&H Fresh, currently marketing their own brand of broccoli crowns, and at the start of this year importing their own label of strawberries and Roma tomatoes all the way from Mexico. V&H Fresh, just 8 months ago, decided to build and sponsor their own micro-sprint race team. They have a total of 4 cars and will be bringing a 5th in on April. Dedicated to helping with the race community and are blessed to be a part of it in a very small way. Trust V&H Fresh because there is no substitute for quality. Business is tough. When your mornings are in a daze. Tired and broken down, Ace Naylor set out on a quest.
What's the matter, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking for that one good cup of coffee,
Oh, really? I know the perfect place.
Where?
Just right over there. Yaya's Coffee House.
Okay. Yaya's Coffee House. With freshly brewed coffee. Convenient location. Comfortable seating. Bonus features, free Wi-Fi.
Gee, kid, thanks. I feel so much better.
You're welcome, and thank you for this hot chocolate and this donut.
Hey, no problem. Oh, by the way, how much is the Wi-Fi here?
It's free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yaya's Coffee House. Located at 14812 Olympic Drive in Clear Lake. Coming to a coffee cup near you. Okay, folks, we're back, and now it's time for the Dixon Speedway recap, brought to you by Action Captured Images. This recap was actually from April 26th. Action Captured Images take home a memory that'll last a lifetime. Let Action Captured Images do all that for you. Dave Warden at Dixon and Chris Scott, mostly at Petaluma. They serve racing in California, and they've been known to go beyond. Check them out at ac-images.net. They're also on Facebook. Well, let's get to the recap right now. This is a recap for the 26th. Devin Belton took the win. We're going to go with the dashes. Devin Belton took the win, and came in at number 1. Number 2, Daniel DeKaiser came in at number 2 for the dash. Clinton Andrago, number 3. Number 4, Riley Jepson. Moving on to the beginner box main recap for Dixon. Daniel DeKaiser came back and won the main. Clinton Andrago in second. Riley Jepson in third, and fourth, Devin Belton going with the top 5 because of our time constraints here. Jenna Keys came in 5th. 250 dash. Colby Juarez took the took the dash. And 17J, he did take the main, actually. Don't want to jump the gun here, but Gwen Garwood Not bad. That was a great race because Gwen Garwood was right in behind the 17J Juarez. Gave him a run for his money. So he didn't get that one easy. Dylan Holmes in spot number 3. Number 4, Carly Austin. 250 main. Colby Juarez came back and won 250 main. Right behind him again was Gwen Garwood for position number 2. That's definitely the girl to watch there in the 250s. Dylan Holmes, Carly Austin, and Ryan Williams are the top 5. Oh, getting on to that 250s. Ellie Russo had an accident where she locked up with Amber Fields. Amber was taken out by ambulance to a nearby hospital, and I like to say that she's actually home recovering, so she's doing well. We wish her a speedy recovery. Into the box stock dash. Jessica McManus won the main in the box, or that's the dash. Excuse me, dash in the box stock. Thank you. You caught that there. Brody Armtrout in position number 2. Number 3, Brody Snyder, Chance Grasty. Fourth position, Cody Frericks in 5th. Box stock, Brody Armtrout in 2nd. Go back to that. Yep, in 2nd. Chance Grasty, not too far behind. He gave him a run for his money on that race. Aaron Thomas, number 3. Jessica McManus, number 4. Brody Snyder in 5th. Clones, which is the UAS, known as the Unlimited All-Stars now, sanctioned. The number 11, Ron Bowles, took the win. Scott Smith in spot number 2. Lonnie T. Cat in 3rd. Clone, Unlimited All-Stars main, Scott Smith won the main. Ron Bowles in 2nd. Lonnie T. Cat in 3rd. Anton Giannini in 4th, and Tom Walsh in 5th. And before we get to the mains real quick for the opens, I want to let people know, don't forget, mark this on your calendars, Unlimited All-Stars, October 18th at Dixon Speedway. Their Grand Nationals, their national race, big national race is happening at Dixon, October 18th as part of the Halloween race. So you're going to want to mark that on your calendars. Open mains, Ryan Fernandez won. Frankie Ledorf in spot number 2. Number 3, Richard Torzili. Andrew Hall with the Hall brothers. And Ryan Hall, the Hall brother, right in behind him. And getting to the 500 main now. Chloe Grasty does what's known as a clean sweep in racing, winning the heat, dash, and main on the 26 in the 500 dash. Yeah, we'll go down to that. So she won the trophy dash. Riley Matson in position number 2. Cameron Austin in 3rd. Cody Eskew in 4th. And 5th, Emily Williams, the 500 main. Chloe Grasty came back, won the main. Let's see that. Cody Eskew in position 2. Riley Matson in 4th. And in 5th, Emily Williams. Well, that completes our show. Don't forget to catch our... Again, don't forget to catch our show on the 19th. That's going to be our 5th year anniversary that we've been on air since we started on Blog Talk Radio. Well, that's our show, folks, for this edition, number 13. I want to thank all our guests that were on the show. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate it. And maybe I want to invite you. You want to come out to the 19th, okay? And hang out with us. All right? Yeah. We have to actually have an open invite to all the racers that have been on the show from 2009 all the way up until now. So hopefully it'll be a packed house on the 19th. Well, that's our show for this segment, folks. This portion of the Checkered Flag is brought to you by V&H Fresh, currently marketing their own brand of broccoli crowns, and at the start of this year importing their own label of strawberries and Roma tomatoes all the way from Mexico. V&H Fresh, just 8 months ago, decided to build and sponsor their own micro-sprint race team. They have a total of 4 cars and will be bringing a 5th in on April. Dedicated to helping with the race community and are blessed to be a part of it in a very small way. Trust V&H Fresh because there is no substitute for quality.
Business is tough when your mornings are in a daze. Tired and broken down, Ace Needler is set out on a quest.
What's the matter, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking for that one good cup of coffee, you know?
Oh, really? I know the perfect place.
Where?
Just right over there. Yaya's Coffee House.
Okay. Yaya's Coffee House. With freshly brewed coffee. Convenient location. Comfortable seating. Bonus features, free Wi-Fi.
Gee, kid, thanks. I feel so much better.
You're welcome, and thank you for this hot chocolate and this donut.
Hey, no problem. Oh, by the way, how much is the Wi-Fi here?
It's free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yaya's Coffee House. Located at 14812 Olympic Drive in Clear Lake. Coming to a coffee cup near you. Bring it down. A beast of machine, gating on you with speed, running gasoline lean. Give me all what I need, indeed. Pedal to the metal, so like that I dream. Can't settle for tea kettle when I can roast them like coffee beans. My taxi's waiting the scene, puppet supreme. A rough race with enough grace, less broken with beans. Spinning wheels as he hits the deals with high velocity. Break the rules of physics to win, become a race artist. Might be second place, but I'm riding behind. Set the draft, fly like the other G-force, adjust, get the better laugh. My tires may be bald, riding the weather track, but I've left my checker past so I can reach the checkered flag.